Well, it is like the 5th of December, and I am going to go out and, look at some lights, I guess. See if people have done any more, I guess. Past couple times I'm gone, there has not been much out, so I thought I'd see if any more have cropped up, since now it is the beginning of December. Some people wait until, the beginning of December to put some things out and stuff like that. So thought I'd go and check out what's going on. Right now I'm out at the park, so there ain't going to be much here. I mean, it's so weird that you go by the Hab Center and there's nothing there after years and years and years of seeing things up, and then all of a sudden it's just kind of dark over there except for the pole lights. That came part of the town, the thing in town. You go through and look at the lights at the Hab Center, and it's not there now. So that's kind of a big emptiness for the town, I guess you could say. Of course, people decorating people just don't do it anymore. I mean, I don't know why, but it has gone down and down and down and down and down and down. I mean, you hardly ever used to go out and you'd see lights everywhere. All the houses have lights, or a lot of them, I should say. Now, you used to go around, there'd be at least one house on every block that had lights up or whatever, and now you got whole blocks and whole neighborhoods even that just don't have anything, or they have little, like that. Look, they got a tree up in the window on the other side of the window and little electric candles in the window. That's it. And then you got other people that do more like that, but otherwise there isn't very much out anymore. In a way, it's depressing. I mean, I guess it's like people don't really care about Christmas anymore. I mean, I kind of see it because, to be honest, I really don't care about Christmas anymore. The only thing I look forward to about Christmas is the decorations and seeing all the lights and stuff. That's the only thing I really care about, but people don't even care enough even for the lights. I guess the depression thing, kicks in or whatever. Spaced out there for a minute. But I am headed out to Rose Hill, which is the part of town that as long as I can remember, when I was even a little kid, they always did something special. I mean, the whole, like, 3 blocks that was together, that was Rose Hill runs, short period is like 4 blocks, 3 blocks and 1 block separated by Odell. So, and the 3 blocks would always do something together. So, and it used to be even better than it used to be. I mean, it's gone downhill too, like nobody cares anymore. But that's where I'm headed now to check that out. I checked it out earlier before, but of course it was, just after Thanksgiving, and so I wasn't expecting, the whole gamut to be up and done yet, But heck, even in the past years, I noticed, half the days, people who did decorate their houses instead of just doing the street lining, half the time they wouldn't have them on. So, but here we are. We are going to go on to East Rose Hill. And as you can see, yep, everybody, they do the little lining with milk jugs or the bags some people use. And they do this for all 3 blocks. Everybody does this. Except you'll have some houses that don't do it, like that one. And then you got over here, which is actually a backyard of another house that's on the street over. Which is always weird why they got that huge ass backyard and why that isn't part of Rose Hill, but oh well. You would think they would, at least in tradition with this, try to keep it up, do backyard there. But this is Rose Hill. I mean, at least this tradition is kind of continuing. I mean, of course, people decorate, some of them do all clear lights, as I call, the strings of night lights. I'm not a fan of clear lights. I just really aren't. I mean, I like all the pretty colors, Oh, there's a little deer thingy, or a couple of reindeer. This house did pretty well. Pretty neato. It's all blurring up in the video, kind of, as the camera's finding it difficult to focus. Because, smartphone cameras suck, no matter how much they claim how good their cameras are. And then, of course, the nativity scene. So, yeah, this is Rose Hill. Snowman over there. So yeah, I mean, it's kind of neat, people still do. Some people still do and try to hold up tradition and all that. And, excuse me, I want to do a bad habit here. Like I was saying, people just seem to not be doing much anymore. I don't know, it could be, they just don't care, or, they've gotten to the point where, Christmas kind of becomes depressing, like, to me, it is. I mean, like I said, the only thing I look forward to is the lights. Otherwise, I could care less about Christmas, and it has to do with the disorders, that I have to live with, which I am currently trying to get help on. I am seeing a counselor. I saw one on the 28th. Go back on the 10th of January. This house here used to have something neat on that fence, which you can't really see in that pitch darkness. They used to have an animated helicopter made of lights. And it was so cool. And they had won the town decorating contest. No, you win like $100 and the house gets put on the front page of the newspaper. But this is going to be a long video, by the way. Probably, because it's already at 10 minutes and I'm not done yet. I don't know if I'll stop recording and then start recording again and upload these as 2 separate videos, or if I'll just drag it out. I don't know. I mean, you know, if you don't mind the long videos and the droning on or whatever, you know, and the waiting between the big spots in the video, you know, let me know. Or, you know, say, hey, I don't mind. Or if you don't, say, you know, I don't really care for all the big spots that aren't worth a thing. You know, I'd like to welcome them comments. I'd like to know. Although, you know, in between, I like to try to talk, you know, and try to... Because that's the whole point of this, is just kind of be like a little vlog-like thing, so... But next we are headed to South Lake Drive, which was another area that used to be really decorated at Christmas. And they call it South Lake Drive because there was 2 streets, there's South Lake and North Lake. One street runs south of the Little Lake, and one street runs north of the Little Lake. But South Lake Drive used to decorate, and there was a little island in the middle of the lake, and there was a tree on that island, and whoever owned that property always at least lit up that tree that was in the middle of the island. But there's been a few years now that I've noticed that they don't do that. So, but as I was saying, you know, I mean, the reason I get depressed on the holidays is because of some of the things I've been going through and disorders I'm trying to get help with. So, I mean, that's part of my thing, you know, especially after, you know, going through what I'm going through now, getting divorced or separated from my wife, and I was actually kind of happy on Christmas, the last Christmas. But okay, so here we are. We're going to head to South Lake Drive, and right up there is a house. And they got the little candy canes up, colored candy canes. I know the video just does not do this justice. I mean, I apologize about that. I mean, I wish I had a really, really good camera, like a GoPro, you know, and everything. I'd just do that and just record myself talking and then edit them together. But, of course, I can't do that with my crappy-ass computer. But, as you can see, not much people. People aren't doing much. It's just dark down through here. They have a few clear lights that flicker, and then it doesn't even show up. Those projectors... A lot of people are using them projectors, and they just suck. They're not pretty. Now, this house last year, in fact, they've got it up, but it's just not on. I can see it, but you can't. Last year, when I was through here, I came through here on a quick visit, and actually, it looked good. They had it aligned perfectly. The pattern they had set up was looking good. And, you know, actually for a projector, it actually did a good effect. So a lot of people do them and use these projectors, but they just don't do it very well. And see, you can barely see it there on that. But this doesn't look very good usually. That's neat. They got that little wreath shape for in the lights. You know, people think, oh, I'll just put out a projector. There we go. Merry Christmas. You know, that sucks. So, I mean, so that was South Lake Drive. And as you see, it ends in a cul-de-sac. I mean, you got these little other cul-de-sacs that are attached to it that go down for properties that are on the lake. Like, here's gas or carriage. Down there, nobody's decorated down there. And then Gaslight, which darts down towards the lake some more. Really, nobody's done it. There's one house down there. You can see it barely. You've got a little manger scene. Something like that too. There. You know, and you know, being an atheist, agnostic, whatever you want to call it, I mean, I really, it doesn't bother me to see the religions. That's how Christmas is supposed to be. It's supposed to be a religious holiday, and it's turned into a pagan thing. But as you can see through here, you'd be able to see it lit up, but there's no lights in the middle of the lake down there. You'd be able to see it otherwise. They didn't decorate that tree again this year. But you know, Christmas is supposed to be about, you know, the birth of Jesus Christ, of course. Even though it has now been proven that Jesus was not born on December 25th. It was figured out he was born in July, I think it was. And I'm not sure of the things about it much more, but you know, Christmas is supposed to be about the birth of Christ and joy and happiness. But most people just don't. You know, and putting out the lights are supposed to be like showing happiness and joy, and there's nobody really does it anymore. So, seeing more projector stuff. But, you know, seeing, you know, religious things like manger scenes and stuff like that, you know, baby Jesus and his, whatever you want to call it, you know, or whatever, you know, that doesn't bug me, so that's part of what's supposed to be Christmas, you know. I'm not offended by anything like that, but yet then people get offended, you know, who are religious, you know, put the Christ in Christmas and everything like that, and get mad at people who really don't. That's not, from somebody who's standing on the sidelines, that's not a very Christian thing to do, I guess you could say, you know? So, I mean, that's not what it's supposed to be about. So, but I can get what some people, yes, I'm kind of bouncing back and forth. That's part of my disorder. I just go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. But here comes one, you know, that's really kind of neat. I know it's probably shitty in the video, but I can get why some people don't do anything, because they're just not really happy per se, and I get that. I mean, I'm not happy. I'm not a happy person. But yet I put up Christmas lights because it's something that's enjoyable to see, and you know, But I totally get about not being happy, because I'm not happy. I really don't have anything to be happy about right now. And so I kind of understand, but yet it's also a letdown. So now I am on my way to a place that has been for the past few years, has been like, and a couple of times, I won the decorating award or contest. But the past few days, I have not seen anything on this house. I have not been by during the daytime to see if I could see the strings on the house. But, so I don't know if he's even done it. I need to talk to my friend who lives next door. But it was, I did it on my first, or one of my early videos. I think it was my first video potpourri I did, where, you know, I was showing Stacy singing with her headphones, and I put the video of that house up on it. So we're going to go see this house now. And we are at 2121 on the video. Lord knows how much space this has taken. Oh my Lord, it's probably up to 2.5 gigs. I'm not getting a warning yet of getting low on memory, so we will see if I can make it. And what I'll do after this, I'll cut it, and then I'll do another quick video as I'm pulling up to show you my house real quick. And I'll just do that as a separate video, I guess, because I really can't edit video right now. So we are going to head to there. But yeah, I'm not, I mean, I get it. I mean, kind of. I mean, yeah, I guess I could be grateful that I'm alive, but, you know, sometimes, you know, that's just not enough, you know? I mean, yeah, you're alive, but you're miserable, you know? You know? I mean, I'm not being suicidal or anything. I mean, God, no. But, so, here we go. We're coming around because the street is partially blocked, too. They've got it closed, so you can't go all the way through the street. So, if it ain't lit up, he ain't doing shit this year then. And I don't see no glow or anything, so nothing. He isn't doing anything. I gotta talk to my friend, see what's going on. Yeah, he ain't doing it this year. Wow. So, you know, I guess I'll end it here. So, and then I'll just do a separate video for my house.